hearing our voices. And I did not check to see if the cameras were correct, but I will assume they are not. Why would they be?
Are we online?
We are online. I wasn't just speaking to you. I was speaking to the world, the aether.
Ah, there we go. Sorry, my computer's being weird, and I couldn't find
right
it.
On time.
Just steal Brian Foster's line. Are we on the internet?
Why is this not working? Well, now we gotta really hang on because it's not bringing up the cameras at all. Okay, there we go. Signal. Gotta check the signal.
Yo.
Ashley.
Me. My camera's frozen.
Camera shouldn't be frozen. I see you moving.
There we go. It was for me for a second.
Alright, now that everything's up and running, hello everyone.
Hi.
Oh,
It's us.
It's your boy.
It's me, your boy, Skinny Penis.
Oh.
So that's the new title. Huh? Let me update that in the notes for this game.
Change
Skinny
that up.
Penis. It's an old Vine thing. Leave me alone. That was my TikTok. You fucking...
Way to date yourself with Vine.
Remember Vine?
I remember Vine. It was okay. It gave us some shitty people, but it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't have anything against Vine when it was around, and it's kind of like, oh, they stopped being a thing. Okay, what the hell is TikTok? Then I felt old.
I'm 23 and I feel old when using TikTok or talking about it.
Oh no, Frost, I got something for you. Hold
I was gonna say the anti-aging serum that I need because I feel about 80 right now.
on.
Don't.
No, it's
I'm so old in my 20s. Oh, my spine works.
It's in the memes. It's in the memes.
Suck.
God damn it. I still love the one that my friend gave me, which looked like the legitimate Cyberpunk one, and it was just being rickrolled.
No, I like the one where it was some video game magazine where it was like, what's the one thing you've learned to have in 2020, and CD Projekt Red put patience, and then it was just them getting shit posted underneath it directly.
Like the one picture directly was like Squidward looking up really angrily at it, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like, really, dude? Patience? Yeah, you posted it. Oh, it was Alienware.
It's like,
we
have
a
some
real-life skill you developed from gaming? Patience. It's like, bitch, please.
It's like, yeah, I know, we're all proto-developing it because of you, thanks. It's osmosis.
I was telling people about the game. What's going on?
Nothing.
Okay, that's funny. I just saw the meme.
Yeah, that one gave me a chuckle, and Frost from yesterday was good. The patience, and it's like, oh, you sons of. Yeah, fuck you.
And they're gonna pull a Blizzard and be like, we need one more month, guys.
I think they would genuinely be in trouble if they tried that again, because they told the shareholders that it was ready, and you don't lie to the people who actually pay for your stuff. Hey Wookie, how are you? Hello Wookie.
Hey Wookie.
Hello, someone. Hi. I'm not familiar with you. I'm sure you're great.
Sure you're great. All right. I think we're more or less ready. Let me just take a sip of my life juice.
The sweet nectar of the gods.
Sweet nectar of the gods. Red Bull and vodka. I'm good. It's just Red Bull, vodka. I wish I had some vodka. I'd make this more fun. Alright, so who wants to give us a recap? As it were, the previously on The Quiet Year.
Previously on The Quiet Year, the team of 3 kids, having lost their memories, were given a tip on where one of their friends may have been. Suspecting it's against their will, they decided to sneak back into the flooded zone where it is quarantined off. We were able to sneak in all right before coming upon a strange girl in a vat whom we tried to free and ended up having to flee for our lives as guards came after us.
Guns.
With guns. Signa received a scar, a mental scar, when she nearly fell into some of the water on her way out. We managed to get home safe enough. Ashley's planning on going back to try again.
No, this
More
is just
prepared.
a previously. We don't need the intentions of going forward. Just the recap.
Okay.
Don't start mixing in
Strange,
meta.
strange lady popped out of the trunk and now Signa has an ET.
I was like, now I have an ET, which is not just a ET, a hot ET, which is going to be not great for Signa.
She just wants you to have her alien babies.
That's true.
Signa will be okay with that.
Alright, so before we begin, I will of course have to go over the principles of the game, which is something we need to do every single session. First and foremost, number 1, everything changes. Everything falls apart. The world you knew back in the wonderful 80s is gone. The technological heights and promised innovations have come and gone, and with them the Loop Foundation has been sold to Crafta Corporation, who now strip mine and dismantle what should be the remains of the Loop Foundation and the quarantined area. They're in charge of the flooded areas cleanup, and as our teens have discovered, they have not in fact shut down the Loop Foundation. Number 2, everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. That being said, teens are still teens. You have everyday responsibilities, family, friends, things that you need to do between all of the mysteries, and those things will still expect and demand time from you. And it's a reminder that you're not adventurers, superheroes, or vigilantes. You do not have the capabilities of being a one-man army or doing things that would happen in another RPG. Number 3, the mysteries are exciting, but dangerous. And only you can stop them. While you are not a one-man army, you are the teens. This is your story, your movie, your tale from the Loop. And that means that, you are the people who are here to solve the problem however way you can. It doesn't mean go in guns blazing because you are still teens. And that leads us into number 4. You are neither kids nor adults. Because you are not adults, you are still expected to do things like go to school and act like teenagers. And you are no longer kids, which means the gloves are off and you can die if such things escalate to a point where they become really serious. You're in that unfortunate stage where you don't have enough power and authority to be an adult, but you're no longer able to slide by as a kid. Number 5, the game is played scene by scene. We treat this very much like a TV show or a movie. We transition from scenes instead of working out the unnecessary nitty-gritty of your entire day, life, week, year, but scenes as they are important to what is going on. And once a scene is done, we will jump to another scene, and there may be flashbacks, but we will not really revisit a scene once it's done. If you figure something that you want to do or say, once a scene is done, it's done. Number 6, the world is described collaboratively. I'm not the only one making this story. I may be the director, but you're all the actors, and so you help shape the way this story goes, and I may call on you all to help set the stage, and we all work together to make a satisfying story, even if the conclusion may not be what you expect. Anyhoodle, that's all of the nitty-gritty that we need to get out of the way. So, I think, since our dear BB did not have a scene last week, I'm gonna put him in the hot seat today.
Oh no, what happened? Cameras disappeared.
I know. BB, we don't need to go back and double up the work for you this week, but I am gonna make you be the first one to start. So let's do a personal scene for BB. What does your personal scene look like? It can be the next day, it can be at school, it can be at a job, anything you want. Just what is BB doing and who might be there?
Would probably be he just, after everything, fell asleep on the couch in the living room instead of maybe like getting to his bed because he wanted to talk. And of course, sister's at work, so he just got frustrated and fell asleep. So he's got that thing where he's like propped up, head on his hand, elbow on the couch.
All right. So you have gotten back. It's the middle of the night now. Your sister works late at the local diner, and you don't hear her coming in. But because you had been given the room and she had taken to sleeping on the couch, that means you're in her spot. And so you're rudely awoken to the impact of her bag being thrown into you. In that kind of like sibling playful way where it hurts just enough, but it's not going to be anything that would leave a mark or a lasting injury. But she chucks her very heavy bag right into you from where you're laying.
Oh, what time is it?
It's after 2 a.m. Why are you in my bed?
Oh geez, it's been that late? I've been sleeping that long?
Yep. Why are you... Your bed's over there. Why are you not in it?
I know, sorry, just a rough night and a lot of things weren't going right and I just fell asleep here, I guess. I was too tired from the other day.
I imagine this is where BB would like sit up, and she woos and she sits down next to you, and she's still in her uniform and stuff, but she's got the apron off and sets it on the table, and she's like, "Talk to me, BB. What's up?"
Just went out with, Signa, you met her, and Ashley, and we were just going out, and just a lot of bad stuff happened. Couldn't find her friend, nothing.
A friend is missing? What happened?
Well, apparently we went to a party on the weekend, still can't remember it, trying to figure that out. And her friend was there, but then she was picked up at the airport where she was landing today, or the other day. And wasn't at the police station. They don't know, somebody picked her up, and so, we went looking for her. She's, Ashley's friend.
Oh,
And
I mean,
instead, it's just lots of, and he's just like, lots of bad stuff.
I'm really sorry to hear that, BB. Is there anything I could do? Do you want, like, flyers put up around the area or something to kind of narrow that down?
I don't know. Figured I'd ask Ashley tomorrow what she wanted to do about it.
Yeah, no, that's a really serious thing when people go missing. Usually 48 hours is when you gotta put in the missing persons, but I'm sure they'll turn up.
I hope so. Like, normally, you give it, 2 days of 48 hours, but when she was here the day before that, or during the weekend, and then was supposed to be here yesterday again, and suddenly is gone. It's really weird.
How was she here if she was supposed to be at the airport?
Apparently, she was at the party we were supposedly at.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, this town isn't the first town to have weird stuff happen.
No. You remember what happened when we were in Denver? That was strange.
Yeah. It's just weird shit following us everywhere. Sorry, stuff. I know you don't know cussing while you're here.
That's right. Watch your damn mouth in my house.
Mm. It's okay, I wait till you're asleep anyway.
Good. So, can I have my bed back?
Yeah, sorry. And he'll slowly push himself off the couch, but groggy still.
And as you're starting to walk out, she just says, "Hey, you're a good kid, BB. Your friends are lucky to have you, and I'm sure you'll find her."
Thanks, Sam. I hope so too. It's getting real sick and tired of people either I know or that friends I know just disappearing.
Yeah, it's happening a lot around here, though.
I miss him.
Me too.
You know if Mom's doing all right?
I haven't called her lately, but I can check in for us.
All right, thanks. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good night.
Good night.
He'll just kind of go into his room. Then, like the slow door closes as usual, just leaving it half open.
Is there anything else he does once he's inside of the room?
He's gonna take out his old photograph of his family to look at it. All worn down from how often it's been folded up in his wallet and taken back out.
Alright, so I'll leave this choice up to you. When the camera shines on BB looking at this family photo, does the camera show what's on the picture, or is it a shot of you looking at the picture but it's out of view?
Yeah, it'd show the picture.
Okay, go ahead and tell the audience what the picture looks like.
So it's a bit faded photo of, him a lot younger, kind of nerdy bowl haircut, big glasses. With Sam, only she's, a little bit younger, his parents, and another sister.
And so you look at this picture of your family, your two sisters, your mom, your dad, in a happier time back in the 80s. And I think that's where the camera kind of cuts away. And we'll jump over to Ashley. It doesn't have to be that night again. You can do anytime.
I think it's after Ashley has woken up, and she does get up early because she's the one who plays a bit of music earlier in the morning. Just to pleasantly wake anyone who needs it. She still does that, but I think when she's probably like sitting with her with a guitar and just playing a little bit of a sad tone before going downstairs for breakfast. Probably just pops some toast in and sits at the table and just covers her face.
Okay. So who else is in this scene, and what are we doing with it?
I think probably her dad comes down because he's also an early riser.
Okay. So then your music is playing, you're face down in your hands, and you've got a plate full of toast. And he kind of looks over and he's just like, thought you kids went out to have fun. Why do you look like you didn't?
You remember that? You remember the French girl who came and I hung out with her for a little bit?
Oh, yeah, it was like Lynn or something. Yeah, I remember. A nice kid.
She's missing.
Oh. Well, shit, that's not good. Did they not make their flight? Did you call their parents?
Does email exist right now?
Yes.
Okay. Sent him an email, but the airport said that she was there and picked up by someone, but when I went to the police station, she wasn't there either. I'm just... I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Like, everyone I meet is just gone at some point. Everyone I know. Anyone I make friends with.
Well, your friend going missing isn't really the same as people moving away. Like, you have to understand that everybody in the cul-de-sac moved away because of an accident. But your friend being missing is serious. Shit, I wish I knew anything more to tell you. 48 hours is when you have to report a missing person. Have you gone to the police station yet about them not coming in?
That was the first thing I did.
Okay, so maybe they just missed their flight. Keep an eye out for the email, and if you don't hear back from her parents, do you have their home phone number or anything?
Yeah, but it's in Europe.
Well, shit, it's an emergency. I don't care about a long distance charge.
Okay. Did you know about the you've heard the rumors about people going missing around here, right?
People going missing? What are you talking about?
Just rumors.
That might be all that it is, Ash. It might just be rumors. People aren't going missing. You might be mistaking them for moving out. A lot of business is dried up here.
I have another serious question. You remember back in when we first saw the Live Foundation, and there was that news?
I remember a defective robot wreaking havoc. Oh, right. You mean when you all were on the tour and you kids got really scared being in the evac area? I remember that. That was something. It all worked out in the end. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah, it's just. I was just thinking. My memory is still fuzzy around then. And. I don't remember much of last week. Am I going crazy?
You might be. He just kind of smiles in that bad dad joke timing.
Yeah, I give him I slap him in the shoulder, not hard, but it's
I mean, we always knew you were crazy.
You're a jerk.
Yeah, I know.
I lean into him.
Well, kiddo, I would have to say that the mind tends to block out things it doesn't want to remember, which is why you probably don't remember a whole lot about what happened those years ago back at the Foundation. You're blocking out a traumatic experience, a scary robot running around, being dangerous, and you had to see, me and my colleagues in full combat gear trying to subdue it, so you probably just blocked that traumatic experience out. As for last week, as far as I understand, you went to a party, so that's called a blackout, and you really need to build up your alcohol tolerance. You're 2 years from college, come on. And he just laughs again.
Alright.
As a reminder that the adults in this game are purposely useless. They are,
yeah.
Unless they are your touchstone, they are very much not helpful. And even the touchstones really don't help you beyond being reassuring.
No, yeah, this is very much Ashley trying to get something and knowing she's not going to get anything. But, she still likes talking to him, though. I'll go looking for her again, I guess. After school.
After school. Good girl.
And I just reach out and give her a hug.
And he hugs you back. Alright, and I think that's where that scene will conclude, and we'll jump over to Signa. Signa, do you have a personal scene you want to do?
If I would say that Signa would wake up pretty early that next morning, and at least attempt, if I have to make a roll, to sneak out and head to a scrapyard that's nearby on her moped.
Oh, absolutely. If you wanna sneak out, let's do a roll. That should be
Sure. Probably sneak.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sneak.
Yeah.
I keep trying to think what the combination is, and I always have to remind myself that it's already there. So yeah, it's a sneak roll, sneak body.
Question: I have all the conditions. Do I remove one for sleeping? I don't know how this game works quite yet.
Shoot. I want to say that it should, but let me double check.
Sure.
Yeah, let's double check that so I can give you the correct information.
I'll shimmy in
Conditions
the
are on
meantime.
64. Yeah, because you let That's right. You had gotten a scar last session.
Yeah, I got fucked up.
Mm-hmm. So, unlocked. How did the conditions go away? Alright, that didn't tell me anything. Let's check the index. Conditions 64 and 70. So that's that one. That doesn't tell me anything. So let's go down to 70. Several conditions. Some situations will only lead to mild conditions. Upset scar. Blah, blah. Okay, how do you recover? I want to say that they do reset, but I'm just not 100% on that.
You can make a director call.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for now, until I get a better answer for you, I'm gonna say that they recover, will recover them on an episodic basis. So every session they can reset.
All right.
For obvious reasons, if we end on like a cliffhanger in the middle of something,
if it's still the same like epic scene, sort of like if it's a two-parter episode, essentially, we'll keep them.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
If you spend time with
the touchstones resets it too.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why I do these opening scenes for you guys as well. You don't have to do them with your anchor, but I want it to just be mixing in that slice of life on top of the other stuff. So it's like if you have them, you can do that. And I might also, they may not come up during the beginning of the session. At any point you guys can be like, well, we're not doing anything right now, I want to go see my touchstone. So you don't have to always do the touchstone at the first thing. You can do other stuff, and that's at any point, because the mystery moves at your guys' pace. It's just that it also has its own time limits that I factor in, but there is no like, you have to go do this now. You guys are still normal teenagers who have to do everyday life, so things will be moving in the background, and you don't know what that time limit is. So, at any point you can be like, I want to go do this because I need to go do this. Or I need to go see, my touchstone, or I have to go do my job because I'm a real teenage person who has to go do this, or I have to go to school. So, Signa, you want to sneak out. You did a...
Zero success. I did not.
Zero success. Do you wanna push first thing in the morning?
No, I won't. But can I make a suggestion if it works for you?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Can I not be caught by my dad, but by my new ET? If that works for your narrative, I don't know.
I can make that work. Sure.
Sure. So, I think that'd be interesting.
All right, so let's set the scene then. So you are attempting to sneak out. Where do you store your moped?
It would probably I'll probably store it like in a shed, like not the garage, so I can sneak out without having to open up the garage, if I ever want to. So probably in like a shed, and then I'll sort of walk it out by hand to the front.
Okay.
And get on.
Yeah, I like that. So you walk out into not necessarily. You walk out the back door, and along the side of the house is where the shed is, where you store your moped. It's not quite near the garage, but it's adjacent. And as you're approaching, you see that the lock to the shed is broken. And you distinctly remember having it set the afternoon when you stored it.
A little freaked out from the night before. She's going to creep back to the house and grab a broom, because that is the only weapon she could think of at the time, first thing she saw. And then bring it back out like tiptoeing with it up in the air. and then open the door.
Yep. There is one more thing I will note. Looking at the lock, and it's one of those key clicky locks. When you look at it and you look at the door, the lock itself looks like it had been brute force opened, like it had been smashed, not so much that somebody had taken like a cutter to it.
Yeah.
It
Perhaps with the crowbar that I left in the trunk.
Yeah. And so you lead Broom forward, and you step into this shed that's big enough for like a lawnmower, some gardening tools, in a space where you lay down like a tarp and you work on your moped. And you see that your moped is there, and the back hatch where the motor is currently open, and the moped looks like it has had some parts taken out of it.
Okay. That one scares and two enrages Signa. Can I check around? There's nowhere to hide inside the shed right now, is there?
Not really. There's like storage where like some boxes and stuff are, but otherwise not really.
I will check the only places here you could hide, and if there's nothing here, I'm gonna go to the garage and see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, you want to do a investigate mind for me and just kind of.
Oh right, we have skills we can use.
There isn't really like a spot, but I'll say they investigate.
Yeah, that works. Hey, one success.
Okay. You start. Oh, actually, there are questions you can ask with that.
Ooh.
One of these days, I'll make it just a little handout so we don't have to keep finding it. These skills.
Skills, page 60.
60. Skills start on page 60. So you should have some investigate questions. Nope, not those ones.
No, wrong page. That's introduction to skills.
Oh, this layout could be better.
Experience? No.
Found them, I think.
76.
What is hidden here and where is it? Well, what does this mean? What happened here? How to get into / out of / past something? What threats can I perceive here and where is it?
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with the where is it.
You have two actually you can ask.
Oh, I'm going to go. What has happened here? Then where is it?
Okay. So first and foremost, what has happened here? It looks like somebody with technical knowledge of how your moped works had very carefully taken out some parts. These are all easily replaceable parts and parts that would not permanently damage your moped. It doesn't look like it was deliberate sabotage. It looks more like somebody had scavenged your vehicle. And you notice things like the spark plug are missing, and there's a light bulb on the headlight is gone, and a couple of wiring are all missing. So it's very much somebody purposely scavenged your bike and dismantled it in such a way that it wouldn't damage it permanently. So it can all be fixed. So your signature item isn't busted and gone, but it's out of commission for now, in quotes. And then where is it? When you look around, you end up looking out, and you see that there are some tracks in the mud that do in fact lead into your garage. So whoever had vandalized your moped has headed into your garage at some point during the night.
Okay, I'm going to go into the garage. I'm going to attempt to sneak into the garage.
All right.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm really bad at moving my body. That's 0.
All right. And so, again, you attempt to make your way in carefully, And I think this is where the scene of the two of you clashing comes into play. You open the side door for this garage, and as you poke your head through with the broom in hand, you hear just a ah, and like a woman comes running at you, and the first thing you notice is she's wearing like your old clothes that had been put up in storage in boxes in here, and she's wearing clothes that probably are too small for her, but it was the best she could find. And so like it's like a shirt that doesn't match with the pants, and mismatched socks, and like one shoe that's the wrong size, and a shoe that belongs to your father, but it was just everything that could be put together to make them decent. And this crazed blonde comes running at you, and she's holding a lawn gnome when she comes at you.
I'm gonna swing the broom at her.
All right. Give me a force body roll, please.
God, I'm really bad. That's a 0 again.
Would you like to push?
You know what? Sure, I'll mark scared and try again.
All right.
Nope.
We need to get a Cigna exercise montage to get that body built up.
Yeah, I added a point to move so I wouldn't fucking fly off a goddamn catwalk again. So,
Yeah.
but body is my worst.
And so, she comes at you screaming, this lawn gnome held overhead, and you try and swing the broom, and there is just, you know, a perfect moment where she backsteps and you swing it wide, and it's a moment of you just frantically swinging back and forth, and she's backing up, ducking, moving side to side, and then you come at it again, and she brings the lawn gnome up, and you strike the lawn gnome, and the reverberation of the broom hitting it, you know, rattles you enough, and she's like, stop, I'm not gonna hurt you, you just scared me.
I have the broom pointed at her with like a spear. Do I recognize her from the...
You do. Your mind immediately flashes to the sight of the woman, or the teen in the tank inside of the Loop Foundation.
So this is her? Okay. I'm gonna stare for a second. And just go, how? And this is all in Swedish because she just woke up and she's scared.
She blinks and she's like, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. Switches to English. What? You're wearing my old clothing. Why and how?
I didn't have anything to wear, and this was all I could find without going into your house.
Okay. Pretty good answer. Second question. Well, why are you here?
This is where your car stopped. I needed to rest, and I haven't tried to go anywhere yet.
Okay. Who are you? I have a lot of questions. This is gonna take a while. Who are you?
She kind of lowers the lawn gnome, and there's a pained look on her face, and she says, I don't know.
She's going to keep the broom up and say, do you remember anything from before the tank? Were you born in the tank?
She shakes her head. No, it's your first question. And she says, I only remember the alarms, and then I remember being woken up and seeing you through the cracks in the glass.
Okay. Are you hungry?
She thinks for a moment, and your stomach growls, and then she goes, "Yeah, I could eat."
Okay. I guess wait here. I'm gonna go get. I guess breakfast for two.
Mm-hmm. What does breakfast look like inside of the Swedish home?
Um, you know, a lot's going on, so probably I don't know, toast. Just because it's just like get this crazy woman in my garage food.
That's fair. So you bring out some toast.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you come back with toast for enough for two of you, and she kind of looks at it and takes it up and takes a bite.
I hope it's okay. It's no, not much.
It's toast.
Did you take stuff from my bike, my moped?
Oh, I did. Sorry, I was gonna put those back.
What were you planning on doing with them?
And she kind of clams up at that.
It's okay. It's fine. I just it's kind of my my pride and joy. So I just was curious.
Sorry.
What's your
I
No,
can
it's
help you
okay.
fix it.
It's okay. What's your plan now that have escaped from a evil science facility?
Oh, I didn't really have a plan.
Okay. I
Mostly hope they don't find me.
what were they doing? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't know.
So, right, you didn't remember anything. How do you speak English?
I don't know. She just kind of like shrugs. I think it would be weirder if I spoke Swedish.
All right, a little hurtful.
No, like if I randomly knew it because you were speaking Swedish to me, that would be weird.
Okay,
Like
fair enough.
Here everybody speaks English, right?
I mean, historically, kind of.
Nani?
Depends on who you ask. But now, yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, roundabout way of answering that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I speak English because I don't know. I probably spoke it before.
Okay. Well, I guess. What time does my dad go to work?
He probably is. What did we say his occupation was? Is he a mechanic?
He used to be an electrical engineer. He is now a mechanic because not much use for electrical engineer nowadays.
Yeah, I imagine the shop he works at is a fairly early one, so he's probably out the door by 7.
Is he gone by now?
You said you were waking up early, so how early
That is true.
it?
I'll say fairly early.
So it's probably only like 5. I imagine he's up, but he hasn't noticed the commotion down in the garage yet. But
Yeah.
you do know that his car is here, or actually the car's in the driveway. So he might come into the garage looking for the car, and then head out to the driveway from there to head to work.
Sure. Okay. I don't want to leave you outside in the garage because it's cold. you could hide. How about you hide in in the shed, and then I'll after my dad goes to work, I can bring you inside. Get you some clothes that fit.
All right.
Okay, and we need to get you a name. I don't know what to. I'll think of something. But in the meantime, let's get you. I'm gonna bring her to the shed.
All right. And she
And-
follows you.
Hide her behind some boxes.
And so you hide her in the shed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will also. Does she show me where she has my parts for my moped?
Would you like to convince her?
I would like to try. Yes.
Okay. Please make me a charm heart roll.
Okay, charm heart. I'm not bad. Fuck! I hate this game.
Would you
It's a
like to
0?
push?
No, I'm not gonna push. I already
Okay.
have.
Yeah.
Already have
So
upset.
I think the way that turns out is like you're like, hey, so are you gonna like tell me what happened to the parts? And I think this happens like after you come back once your dad has left. And when you were like, can you tell me what happened to my parts? And she's like, what parts? And you look down and you see that your bike is already fixed. And she just says, sorry, I told you I only needed them for a moment, and I put them back.
Okay. I don't like. Next time, I would request that you don't touch the interior parts of my bike. It's fine. It's fine. Let's get you inside. And I'll bring her inside.
Okay.
And I'll get her clothing.
Get her
Is
some
she around?
clothes and-
Like my clothes like fit her like better? Like I don't know what this person's. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a D100. Let's see. You want high or low? Because she was wearing old clothes, but now that we're doing the clothing montage, let's see. You want high or low?
Let's go with high, I guess. 2
Um,
away from the fun number.
Yeah. So it's close enough. She's. How would you describe Signa's body type?
She's shorter, I imagine. Kind of weird to describe even a fake teenage girl's bodies as a grown man.
Do it without it being like creepy.
I'm trying. That's my point.
No judgment here because I put you on the spot. So like,
yeah,
it's fine.
Look at the picture of the drawing.
Okay, so very much like that, but she's
short.
Okay,
yeah,
that'll work. So this girl is taller. So she's probably got maybe like 4 inches on you at height wise, and her physique is a little more athletic. She's got a volleyball player build. That'll be a non-objectifying way of describing her physique. So she's a little taller, a little more athletic, but in the sense that she's a volleyball player.
Yeah.
And that way it doesn't put any negative connotations on Signa's physique either, because, yeah.
Yeah. She's a fucking, I don't know, grease monkey. Like fucking, she's not out there playing sports. She's fucking rummaging through scrapyards.
Yep. She's small, in little places.
Signa will very bashfully like turn around to changes, being like, okay, you're doing that now, and just turns around and is bright red.
Yeah. I think there is that moment too, since it was so close from being the magic number. It is, of course, teen drama, so there's the moment where like she starts to change and there's no social graces about it. So she has her back to Signa when she starts to change, but she doesn't even register that it's something that's being awkward to Signa.
Yeah. Signa's turned around at this point. And after she's done changing, Signa, again, bright red, is going to look at her and be like, I think I'm going to call you Astrid. Astrid, that's nice. And she's going to leave the room.
And the camera kind of lingers on her as she turns, and it's just from the shoulders up. She kind of turns and she's like, Astrid. Oh, okay.
For those who are curious, Astrid means divinely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was fitting. Yeah, and I guess to sort of wrap this up, since it's going a bit long, she's going to tell her to sort of stay sort of inside the house. You can stay in her room. She's going to bring her a little bit more food and be like, I have to go to school? Do you know what a school is? I don't know what you don't know.
And she kind of laughs and she's like, yeah, I know what a school is.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go to school. Just stay here. If my dad comes home, just hide in my room. I will be home around like 4-ish.
What's 4-ish?
And she's just like, oh, okay. Well, I'll find something to do until 4, I guess.
Yeah, again, I kind of have to. Just stay hidden, stay safe. Don't tear apart my bike while I'm taking it. Don't tear apart any stuff in the house. And when I get back, I expect you to tell me what you need the parts for, and I'm gonna leave.
4 is where a lot of trees go. Thank you, Frost.
Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna get my moped, my backpack, my stuff, put on my helmet, and putter off to school.
Mm-hmm.
Swearing in Swedish the entire time.
Swearing the entire way. Just gonna wait for the helicopters to start rattling our apartment.
I can't hear them. That makes it feel better.
It's just been a weird thing where, like, things outside have increasingly started rattling our windows, and it's been a new development since it's gotten colder, so that's interesting. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Anyways, so we progress the scene forward now that everybody's had a moment to recollect themselves and defrag from the day before. But we fast forward to school, and you guys are in the middle of class now. It doesn't matter which class it is, but the teacher is standing at the front of the classroom, and they say, well, class, I've been informed by the principal that we have a new student today. And so I want you all to very warmly welcome our newest student, all the way from Vancouver. This is Astrid. And she gestures, and the door opens, and Signa, you internally scream as you see Astrid walk into the room.
Her eyes go wide, being like, oh shit.
Do I recognize her?
BB and Ashley, you both have a brief moment of realization that the girl you had seen inside of the tank that you had failed to rescue is now standing in front of you, with her hands in front of her, and holding what Signa recognizes is her backpack from last year. And she stands. Yeah, she's just going through your shit. So she's standing in front of the class, and the teacher is like, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Astrid? And she says, well, my family moved here from Vancouver. My father is an electrician, and my mother is a sales representative with Crafta. So naturally we moved here to Stillwater to try and help the corporation. And the teacher's like, well, that is just nice. Why don't you go ahead and take that empty seat there? And she gestures to a seat that is beside BB. and also is directly in front of Signa. And so she makes her way up, and she sits down next to BB, but as she's moving, her eyes are locked on Signa's as she moves and takes her seat.
When
I'm
she
just
sits down,
I'm just
Signa's
like
going.
this
Oh.
as she moves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Signa, as she sits down, she goes, "Fan out detta," which means "fuck all this" in Swedish.
BB's just doing a thing where it's like,
I'm gonna lock eyes with both of them and mouth, "I have a lot to explain."
it is just BB going shit really quietly.
Yeah. Signa's muttering all the words she knows in Swedish, a couple Norwegian swear words she picked up, and some German just for the flavor.
There's probably a moment where the teacher is like, Signa, what did I say about saying those words in Swedish?
And then in Swedish be like, don't say them.
Right. Because if you can't say something nice, don't say it in another language so we can't understand you.
If it makes you feel better, it's not about anyone, not about someone, it's about just like general dread.
No, it doesn't really make it better.
Does it make it better if it's existential?
I hear kids from that country go through that real early in life.
This is the 90s. We haven't gone through existential crises yet. Give it another 10 years.
That's
It's not
confusing
a
and
furry.
concerning for my mental health.
We don't.
I'm
this is
a
the
time
90s. We don't
traveler.
acknowledge mental health yet either.
Yeah, that's worse.
Just everybody has ADHD. There you go.
Oh god.
Everybody take Prozac. It's the only way to live.
At this
What?
point, you'd go for some Prozac.
What if I'm being mistyped? Prozac.
Yeah, Prozac. So yeah. Signa's going to freak out, just mentally, until she has a chance to pull, I guess now, the three people aside and explain what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, and so I think that is when it happens. The teacher basically goes into a lecture and then dismisses everybody for group activities. And of course, she says, divide yourselves up into groups of 4.
I grab Astrid, be like, "You're with me," and then I turn to the group and be like,
Not Dakota.
"So we
Just-
haven't. When was ET released? I don't remember. I was also not born.
June 11th, 1982.
Okay, so it's out. So I'm going to point it. That's what so we have an ET now. Her name's Astrid. She's lovely. She took apart my moped this morning.
What's an ET?
BB quietly takes out a peanut butter, like a Reese's peanut butter thing, and offers it to her.
She knows what food is.
Astrid
She's a
kind of-
person. She's a person.
You said she's an ET. That guy totally loved Reese's Pieces.
It's also a metaphor.
What is going on?
I swear to God, you Americans.
Look, I don't know if you put her in a bike basket yet.
Why would I put her in a bike basket? She's a person. She's a
I'm
human
also
being.
right here.
She's also right there. She took apart my bike this morning. I'm still a little mad about that. But she was in my trunk when after the whole last night. And she's also wearing my clothes, and I think is staying at my house. And she's here now, which I told you not to do. I told you to stay home. So
I wasn't gonna stay there until whenever you got back.
I wasn't
Think
gonna
you're looking for
tour
me.
afterwards and come right home and figure stuff. Okay, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot.
I'm just like trying to do this group activity, but like not looking at what I'm doing. As I'm just listening to this and watching.
So, Astrid, how What's your plan?
Plan? And she kind of looks between the three of you. I haven't gotten that far. Unfortunately, I only woke up last night.
I assume we're like updated on.
Yeah, I will fill everyone in on what happened in the morning.
Lean real close. It's very whisper.
Okay. What? I mean, we have a potential a child born in a vat, in our midst right now. And I think that the people who, made her. I don't know your situation. I apologize if this is uncomfortable.
I don't think I was made.
I don't know if it's that.
Well, for whatever it is, we have her now. And that, frankly, is terrifying. But
A bit, because that means people are going to come looking for her.
I know she's been looking for her. She's at my house. Also, are you gonna live with me? What's your plan, Astrid?
I
She
don't.
said she doesn't have one.
I know. I'm panicking, Ashley.
It's okay. One freak out at a time.
I can manage 4. You know this about me.
Alright.
Well, yes, but do you want to after the other day, after last night?
I don't want to think about that. Thank you, BB. You're a good friend, and I pat him on the shoulder. I didn't mean to snap at you.
It's understandable. It's all crazy. How did she get home with you?
I don't know. I assume she stuck out or something, or I don't know. Maybe she has superpowers.
Let's
Do you
Because she wasn't in the back seat with us.
She was in the trunk.
let's not talk about this here.
Oh.
Oh, do you have superpowers? Asher, do you have superpowers? Can you teleport? Can you fly?
No,
You-
I was in the trunk.
Punch?
Can you read people's minds?
Yeah, or
You're
And he
a
kinda does that thing where he,
you're a
like,
teenage
narrows
boy,
his
I don't
eyes.
need to read your mind.
Okay, that's fair.
all right. Then what am I thinking right now as I look at her?
I can't read your mind.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Oh, what if she gets like super death laser beam?
What if she's like an alien hybrid thing? This
That'd be
feels rude to
cool.
talk. This feels rude talking about her like this.
Still right here.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, but it's kind of neat and weird and neat.
Yeah, you're a fascinating phenomenon in our lives, and I want to know all about you. But again, I feel weird calling you property, but I think they might think about you like that, so I'm going to use that term. She might be the property of an evil multinational corporation.
She's not.
Property, quote unquote. I don't like it, but I think that's like what they will like use to like, I don't know.
I'm gonna lean real close and just like speak under my breath. You managed to look through some police records before, right?
Who are you talking to?
The two of you.
Did we manage to look to? I mean, some
Is there
like arrest records.
actually better idea? Are there any public records on someone matching Astrid's description that may have gone missing?
Should check how old does Astrid look?
Our age.
Astrid,
Or like
Astrid looks to be. Let's see here. She looks to be about 16.
we should probably check like back a couple years to see how old she's taken as a kid, as a baby. I'm sure, but what if she wasn't taken from here though? Cost gonna be a lot.
If it's public
I guess-
records,
To the library, look at some microfiche.
what?
Microfiche. It's the scan of the newspaper that's on like plastic, and you can look through it, and the thing zoom in on old newspapers.
Oh,
And microfiche. That was invented in the 90s, right? That was here around the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Well, if you want to figure that out, maybe you can find some missing history of our new friend.
wow.
We did not have a very successful evening last night, and I still have unfinished business there. So,
Yeah, that's also. Well, oh wait, you're not going back by yourself. That's not what you're doing.
if I have to, I will.
Yeah, again, like you're not going. It work. I don't want to, but I'm going to go with you. I think maybe. I don't know about BB. I'm thinking, yeah. I'm like 80% sure. But I don't think just walking in is the right idea.
I mean, especially
'Cause-
not like right now because of the whole us having
Yeah.
to escape. They've probably got super high security right now.
Yeah, it's not. We have to wait.
Or they have lower security now, because if what our friend here says is true, they might be looking for her.
I think they can hire more people. You know,
It takes time to hire.
or they already have like. Krafka is like a big company. Krafta, sorry, is like a big company. So I'm sure they have a bunch of people they could pull in and be like, hey, our weird alien lady escaped. Like that's bad. Sorry again, Astrid.
It's all right.
Okay,
Sure.
but we should wait.
No.
I know it sucks.
No.
We should wait.
You can.
You're not going back by yourself. I'm not. Ashley, I almost died last night.
The world doesn't stop for us.
True, but again, I almost died last night.
Then don't go.
We have to wait.
Why? What's gonna change?
The fact that there's
That's-
going to be like 50 more people and they'll probably
it's
be
gonna be a
shoot
bunch
on
more
site
people.
right now.
Yeah, it's going to be. Look, do I want to leave your friend potentially
A place like that.
having what done to her, what happened to Astrid again? I apologize. I'm sure
Quiet,
one was
quiet
terrible.
down. You're talking too loud now.
Look, I want to help your friend. I do. Okay? But I also don't want to die.
Then don't go.
I also don't want you to die.
A place
I'm
like
not sure if you noticed. You're pretty cool. I like hanging out with you.
a place like that is not going to change one way or the other.
True, but it can have more people in it with guns.
There's always people with guns.
I mean,
How
more.
how about
big-
this? How about this? You know, he's leading a cluster later tonight. You go back and just scout it out. See if there's more security. If there's more people, we wait. We can at least peek over, see what's going on. Nothing would hurt that.
Realize. No, I'm done. I'm done.
I don't.
Sorry, I'm new to this. What's
Mhm.
going on?
My friend's missing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna look at Ashley for a second and then be like, that doesn't really fucking matter. And look back and be like, we think the people who, had you trapped in a vat have a friend.
Oh. Well, that's serious.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I almost again got flung into cancer water.
Oh, okay.
After there was... Wait, what caused that explosion? I just remembered that. Something blew up. What blew up?
Oh, that was
What?
probably me escaping.
Did you have explosives, or can you blow things up with your mind?
No, you broke the machine.
We did that?
Yeah, you hit it with a crowbar.
I hit glass. I didn't think it would explode.
Well,
Did it explode that easily?
it wasn't the glass that made the explosion, but what happened afterwards, and yeah.
Wow, their stuff has gotten really lax since Krafna took over.
Yeah, that seems...
There was a
shouldn't-
whole robot massacre, and that thing didn't blow up once.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to hit a glass jar that has something explode.
They're a corporate company, a science company.
Again, you're all...
That's
Again,
fair.
I understand
Well,
it's America and
It
you
was-
have lax
it was-
standards that pale in comparison to Europe. But
It's more of the
That is-
systems failed when you guys were trying to get me out, and then the glass breaking and spilling over the components, and it was more of a chain reaction than one particular thing causing it.
that makes more sense, but still, it's, again, seems strange. Also, they had a child in a vat. Oh my god, they had a person in a vat. That's like some evil villain shit.
Yeah,
It's like James Bond bullshit. Like, oh my god.
that's why I don't want to go back.
Of course, we won't take you back.
Alright,
Um,
so first things first. She needs a place to stay and lay low. Maybe a way to escape to the area.
I mean, there's my house.
Sure.
My dad's like, I love him, but he can be a little clueless. So I'm just be like, it's a friend. And she's a girl, so he won't mind her staying over, like at
And
night.
she kind of perks up and she's like, yes, I could be your friend who's staying over for the weekend or something.
On the Tuesday,
It's going to be a long weekend? I don't know. I just throwing out an idea.
again, my dad's a little clueless. So
Just convince your dad to sign her up as an exchange student or something.
Oh, hey, there you go.
BB, you're good at computer stuff, right?
Yeah, I could probably
Like forge
fudge
document.
something.
Yeah. From Vancouver. Where's Vancouver? I actually don't know.
Canada.
In Canada.
Oh, right, up
Canada.
north. I'm from Europe. Leave me alone.
Okay.
We're in geography class.
I don't pay attention. It's geography. I don't know where
Alright.
things are.
Well, this is
Look,
I grew up a train ride away from the rest of the world.
I'm glad
Alright.
other countries actually educate their kids, but here in America we don't, so we have to pay attention to this.
Yeah, I live a train ride from everywhere on the planet. I used to, at least. All right.
cool.
Leave me alone.
Well, this isn't really geography class. I was testing you, but that's fantastic. But I finished the work for you. Can you all just sign this so we can turn it in and get going?
Dang. Y'all got
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I signed it. What class are we in? You should decide.
It's
English, history. No.
It's a home
This is
act.
my room.
It's chemistry class.
Oh, I'm good at chemistry.
BB will sign it just real fast.
I'll just put my name on it.
But it says B
I-
last name.
First name B, last name B. I actually don't know your full name. I just realized that. Astrid, you don't have a last name, do you?
And she, DM put on the spot because she definitely gave a last name to the school. It's
Yeah.
Tape
you did.
clipped.
It is Astrid Autumn. There we go.
Astrid Autumn. We have BB and A. We have AA and BB. Oof.
I was gonna say Astrid Flood.
Ooh,
That'd be
Oh.
too on the nose.
it's way too
Yeah.
on the nose.
God, what if she's the source of the cancer water?
What if she's the source of the cancer water? I'll do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall in love with the cancer lady. That's my plan, by the way, Rin.
In love with the cancer lady.
In love with the cancer lady. So with this, I don't know how 90s school libraries worked. Is there computers? I don't know. I
Yes,
went to
they're
school.
just not very good.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna look up missing persons.
They're those ancient blocky dinosaurs.
Okay. Yeah, we had the next generation for way too long at my school. The one step up, but they weren't great. So I'm gonna look up missing persons from the tri-state area.
All right.
Going back 16 years, going back 20 years, and just in the area, especially blonde women, blonde girls.
Blonde girls. All right.
Yeah.
So please give me another investigate roll.
Okay. Oh,
You're on fire today. Would you like to push?
I will push because I'm mad, and I'm going to use upset because I'm mad.
Yeah. So we have what we end up having is the montage of you looking through the Rolodex of old newspapers and
Microfiche.
and basic internet searches, because things like Yahoo and Google and Ask, the search engines aren't really a thing yet. So you're just kind of going through back channels and looking through places that you think might bring up some information. And to your surprise, there's a lot. There's a lot of information on people going missing, because that's just a thing that happens in human society. And as you start narrowing it down, this is where you start zeroing in on stuff for Stillwater. And there is an uptick of missing people that have started happening within the last 3 months. But since you did an investigate roll, you have 2 questions you can ask, and I will make that information based on what you ask that's pertinent to this.
Okay. What does it mean? And what threats can I perceive here? She's scared. I have the scared thing, so she should look for something. Yeah.
Okay. So what does it mean and what threats? Okay. So as you're looking through these articles, you start to notice there's no real pattern to who's going missing. The only thing that's correlating is that they are individuals that range between the 12 to 18 range. So it's that kind of teenager area that for the last 3 months, teenagers have been going missing. And it's not enough for it to be substantial enough for alarm to be raised. But it is very much you're noticing that every time somebody's gone missing, the family has packed up and moved away within a matter of weeks afterwards. And the investigations are pretty much closed because there's nobody looking for this missing person anymore afterwards.
Oh, that's not okay.
So it's a lot of cold cases where nobody's pursuing a missing person because there's nobody that is like, hey, this person's gone. They're just like, all right, put them on a milk carton. If we find them, we find them.
Do I find any information about a girl that looks like
You find
Astrid?
no information on Astrid.
Okay, and what threats besides the obvious, or is it the obvious threat?
That was
Of, I might get-
was the obvious threat. Is
Oh.
that after a certain amount of time, the investigations stop, and anybody who might be associated with the missing people leave town.
Leave town.
Or get a bunch of money. I am going to have a mild panic attack, which is becoming a bit of a pattern that I the
Did the
player am
others-
noticing.
Did the others go with you to the library?
That'd be up to them. I assume Astrid followed.
Oh yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know
BB
if
probably
it's
went to go. BB probably went to go look up like what the documents look like for, like housing people like foreign exchange students, so he knows how to fake it later.
They hang out at your house.
Yeah, but you need like documentation to be like, this person's a foreign exchange student, so my dad. Complex lots.
I signed us up for the foreign exchange program because we're foreign.
Yeah.
We're going to the Swedish facility, y'all.
Oh god, I just want to move to Denmark. I'm sure Denmark's lovely.
Lovely this time of year.
It's lovely this time of year. So yeah, student has a mild panic attack. Goes to BB and be like, so, bad news. I think we're in the middle of a conspiracy.
A mystery, as it were.
And not about aliens. You gotta stop sending me those books, man.
I mean, look, I know those aren't real, but they're funny to look at.
Okay,
But,
you send me a lot of books about it. It starts to make me think that you think they're real. Just letting you know. Anyways, doesn't matter. What matters is that a bunch of kids have gone missing from like Stillwater and the surrounding area over the past 3 months. Do we have any names? And are they the names of people that Ashley, any of them, Ashley's old friends?
I don't think with the results you got that it'll narrow it any further than that.
Fair enough. Just wanted to.
Yeah,
See.
no, it's fine. It's a good question to ask, though. If you had gotten more results, I probably could
Fair
have
enough.
elaborated a little more on that.
I'm gonna share this with BB and be like, so you remember Tamara's sister?
Mhm.
Cute redhead. I think we should talk to her. Or should we? Should we not? Oh god, I don't know what to do.
Well, she was.
I've never tried to unravel a conspiracy before.
It's okay. You don't get used to it. And he just doesn't say anything else after that. He goes,
I have
Maybe we should
several
talk to
questions, and
them.
we will have a conversation about that later, BB.
So many more questions.
I have
it's
so many
okay. It
questions.
just leads to more questions. Eventually you stop asking because it never ends. Killer robot.
Okay, I know that psychoactive drugs aren't really like a thing people do right now. I think you should get
You know that
like a
robot,
light dose,
you
not a
know
heavy
the-
one.
I think
Not like
ecstasy
heavy
is
psychotics.
starting to become popular, so...
I think maybe like a
You know that
low
robot
dosage.
thing that Ashley always brings up? That's real. I was here. There were a lot of kids here that saw it. That robot attacked people at like a graveyard party.
I'm sure it's
With-
terrible, but
Looked
I mean,
like a really
just
gross
like
version
a
of some guy's
low-dose
sister.
anti-anxiety, I think will help. Just for me, I think a bit higher dose for me. Anyways, meta narrative over. Yeah, I think a bunch of kids are being kidnapped, and I think we should talk to Ashley.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The mention of talking to Ashley, what is Ashley doing?
I'd like to swipe some lab codes after a lab class.
Alright, let me have a sneak roll, please, of you breaking into one of the lab rooms to steal something.
I'll select it. Yes, the next mystery will 100% be about aliens.
Well, it's two
It-
successes, so.
Beat the adults.
Is there anything? I would say that this area was empty. So, is there anything that forwarding it will get you?
Let's see. I can give a success to another teen. I
There's
can
nobody
find
else there.
something unexpected,
Oh,
or you were
or more of what you're looking
what
for.
you were looking for. That dot's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, that dot's not supposed to be there. That's weird. Okay. So, as we hit the moment for us to take our break, this scene is Ashley picks the lock to the lab room, and there are, of course, some like safety lab codes. And as you're pilfering a lab coat for yourself, you move to the teacher's desk and you start rifling around for anything that might help you with what you're looking for. And when you pull open one of the drawers, the teacher, of course, leaves their stuff in there because this is the 90s and teens don't steal things from teachers in the 90s because this is a sitcom. But when you pull the drawer open, the camera is like an overhead shot of what you're looking down into the drawer, and you see that there is the teacher's like work badge, and then next to it there's another badge, and it just says Crafta Corp, and it's a picture of the teacher, and then the heading has their name, and then it says Behavioral and Development Division. Behavior and Development Division. And then there's the dramatic score, and we cut to
Dun,
the
dun, dun.
commercial. Yep.
Crafta, come get your bullshit.
Crafta, come eat your bullshit. So we're gonna take a break. Everybody get up, stretch, process what the fuck is happening with this mystery that's unfolding, and how Ashley is going to inevitably get herself killed by going alone into a secret facility.
Mm-hmm. And then Cigna's gonna make out with a weird bat baby. It's gonna be
You're
great.
gonna make out with an ET. It's fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. So we're gonna take our regularly
Don't you
scheduled
judge me. Don't king shame me, you bastards.
our regularly scheduled Crafta break, brought to you by Crafta. So everybody, just get up, stretch. Remember to give your thoughts to Crafta Corp, and we'll be
Crafta.
back shortly.
Crafta, the future you never wanted.
Crafta, you gonna die.
Fuck you.
Crafta, because why not? All right, muting us.
Yeah.
We need a jingle for Crafta whenever we go to break.
Oh man, we should see if someone can like make one and sing it, and that's what you play right before break.
Yeah, just like go to a musician and be like, "We have $50. We need literally just like a little commercial jingle," and you being like, "Crafta," and then we'll come up with the catchphrase, and then
Just in the most friendly, upbeat 1950s, you're like, Crafta, we don't give a fuck about you.
I do like Crafta. Come eat your bullshit. I know it's my line, but I like it. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some water.
I'll be right back too.
So, did you guys have to pay for pages to get printed in high school? Hello? Hello? Hi. Did you guys have to pay to get pages printed in school? Is that a thing? Because I did. In high school, I had to pay 10 cents per page. Yeah, it was really weird because I don't carry. I was in high school. I didn't carry fucking change on me. I had a job and a debit card. I'm like, I don't have change. Why would I have change? So, no one. I never used printing there. I just went home. I was thinking about that because I want to in game have printed off information about what I found. My buddy Slime Basher's watching. Good for him. He's good people. Good for Simon.
Yeah.
You on Twitter?
Sounds like everybody's back.
I am,
All
personally.
right. Well, then
I don't know
let's-
about the rest of you fools.
I mean, I'm
all-
personally not back, but I'm just here as a disembodied voice from beyond the ether.
Except we can see you. Now the magic is gone.
Well, I mean, now they can see me because I took the away screen off. So, hello, we're back. Welcome, everyone, once more. We find ourselves cutting back from commercial break, brought to you by Crafta Corporation. Crafta for all your Crafta Corporation needs. We cut back to Signa, who was busy working on the computers, collecting some information. I will say for this, it's the 90s. Printer use is not as bad or rampant as it could be in the early aughts or teens of the 2000s, where, you know, printing pictures and things were not very commonplace because you did not have pictures that you needed to print. And ink was a not super valuable commodity that costed hundreds of dollars per cartridge because you were not running through ink like it was going out of style.
Buy a new printer.
Yeah.
Buy a new printer, folks. It's cheaper.
It's true. But these are the old printers. They only come out in black and white, so there's no color ink yet. So black and white, it's not really that hard. And these are coming out in the like dot matrix printers, so it's very slow, it's very mechanical, and you have to rip the sides off to get rid of the little hole punchies, but it does print it out in the rings. And how much of it are you printing out?
I would like to print out a just enough to have like be able to show like, so a bunch of kids are going missing and just no one's talking about it.
So you're just gathering the evidence of what
Yeah,
you
I'm
printed out. Okay, I'm gonna request a roll from you, and
Sure.
there is no consequence on your part of it failing. This is more of just like a story narrative thing. If there's a failure, it just means I'm going to, you know, determine what happens when it rolls, but it won't have any negative consequences on Signa immediately or directly, I guess is the better word. So please
okay.
give me a it's gonna be a tech roll. It would be a I feel like give me a program tech, but add a bonus die in there because you have what you need there. It's literally just you printing it. Okay, great. That works. Basically,
Extra dice, nothing happens.
yeah, it's a critical fail. No, but that'll work. So when you print it out, everything that you want to have printed comes out no problem. So it's slow, it takes time, but the printing process eventually
Just to
concludes.
see if a bunch of shit didn't print out. Is that what that roll was?
Basically, it was to see if something messed up with you printing it out.
Okay.
It was a do I get to add a complication on there to move the narrative in a different direction sort of thing. BB, were you there with them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When they get up to go collect the stack of papers that they just printed out, you notice a brief flicker on the screen, BB, and then the web browser that they had open starts closing down the windows, and you see the mouse cursor is moving on its own.
Uh-oh. Don't look now, Signa, but somebody's got control of this computer.
Sorry, what the fuck? What?
And he'll point to where the mouse is going, and
and the mouse cursor moves from the search bar window. Basically, it's backtracked and has like very rapidly started looking through everything you had been messing with, and then you see the mouse cursor move from the top of the screen down towards the bottom, and it's where what forgive me because I was a child in the 90s, so I don't actually know if the GUI display had like your connections and stuff, but we'll say that since this is the 90s, that wasn't. It goes down to where your like hardwired dial-up connection is, and it right clicks and it starts pulling up the computer's information. So it looks like it's like looking for your IP address in a very roundabout and obvious way.
And BB immediately unplugs the computer.
Please.
He just like rips the cord out from behind, like, nope.
Yeah. So this is going to be a Tinker Tech roll from you, BB, and very much like Signa's roll. This isn't something that if you fail something, there will be a negative immediate repercussion. This is more of just to see where. Perfect. I believe there is something that can happen additionally with Tinker Tech. So bonus effects, you won't. Oh, actually, you can give one success to another team acting at the same time, or a bonus die later relating to this one. So you can bank that die for another related tech roll to finding out about hackers in the system. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. I'm not sure if that would work. You can do it quickly, you can do it quietly, or you can show off. Oh wait, that's manipulate. Sorry, that's wrong.
Oh, I was like, cool, I'm gonna look cool unplugging this computer.
Yeah, that's wrong. I scrolled down too far. So it would be bonus effects. Oh, those don't actually work for what you were doing. You need to. I'll say you can. Actually, I think I can actually let those last three options ride on there. You can do it quickly, you can do it quietly, or you can show off if you want to take an extra bonus effect, or you can bank it for another related you're getting hacked roll.
I think I'll bank that one for now, because now that I know that someone's looking into it, I'm going to be looking out for it from now on.
And so you see I almost called you Astrid. Signa, you see BB reach over to the giant tower that sits on the desk, because that's how obnoxious schools do it. They put the towers on the desk to make sure nobody's plugging anything they shouldn't be into these computers. And he reaches back and he just starts pulling cords. Specifically, he pulls the phone cord that acts as the dial-up router, and he starts disconnecting a few other things. But before it cuts out, you see that a message starts to type into the search bar, and it just says, and then it disconnects, so it just stops typing.
Yeah, like he does that thing where after he's unplugged the last one, kind of stands back like he's waiting for it to do something else, where he goes, okay, good.
And for anybody who might be listening to the future podcast, it said you should not be. Astrid just looks between the two of you and is like, this is weird.
Yeah. Yeah,
see,
weird.
So you know that thing I told Ashley that would probably start happening? It's happening.
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably on very high alert, people looking this stuff up now.
Oh. Okay. So once you get okay, I think we need to find Ashley. We should find Ashley. I think we should find Ashley. Good.
And at the mention of we should go find Ashley, Ashley makes her way into the library.
hi, Ashley. It's good to see you.
Hi.
Bad news.
Mhm.
A bunch of kids have been getting kidnapped. A bunch of teenagers and stuff like that. Like 12, 18, you know? Our age. Just gone. Families moved away, so those looking for them anymore. Every
They're
single
dead.
one. Or they're dead. Or they're dead. I hadn't thought about that. Okay. As a mini panic attack. Alright.
Continue
And
screaming internally.
oh, definitely. She's been screaming internally for like 3 days. And BB, what about your shit?
Oh well, he's like, so they're on to somebody looking for things. It's not good.
They're always on to people looking for things.
I mean, they took control of the computer and tried to find the IP address to see where it was.
Not surprised.
I mean, I'm not either, but it's super scary that it's this quickly.
I'm heading to like a quiet, secluded corner.
Yeah, I mean, BB's not saying, he's like very quietly trying to implore all this information. Like, look, I know, it's not good, and we expected it, but I didn't expect it this quickly.
Okay, here's what I think. I think them being a sneaky criminal organization. That's the same level of security that they're always going to have. Always going to be keeping it as at that level. I don't think it's more than it was. I think they're just always like that. That's my thought.
Oh, hey.
One more thing to be aware of.
Yeah.
And I like beckon him to lean closer. Some of the faculty is working for Crafty.
Oh, I'm sure at least half of them, if not more.
Again, anxiety medication, which is a low dose.
What was the name of the teacher?
Does anyone want to name the science teacher?
Oh god. I would just come up with something stupid. I can't be given that kind of power.
I just thought of the name I used for the character in Savage Worlds. It's the first name that popped into my head.
H.G. McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy. Wow.
I know. I've heard.
All right. So what you're saying is we have to name this professor. Their professor name is Professor Calhoun.
Simon Calhoun.
Simon Calhoun.
Simon Calhoun.
All right. I was about to ask if he was a flamboyant cowboy, but
He was a flamboyant cowboy.
this sounds like a bad guy, so I don't want to taint Mary's legacy.
He does
Look,
have
it's
some,
an
he does have
ancient.
some questionable red ideals.
Hey,
Look, it's okay. It's like 120 years later. It's fine.
We said
can we be in the same?
Calhoun.
Is this the same universe?
Oh, please.
So look, just
What does that matter?
know that Simon is one of them.
Mr. Calhoun? Shit. Fuck. Okay.
Oh yeah, most of them are.
Also, I may
But
take
again,
this
just-
bad.
I know it sounds weird in conspiracy territory, but you don't when a giant corporation literally owns most of the people in town that work for them.
All right, and now that we gave him a name, Before we went on break, I specifically said he was part of what division? Behavior and development?
Behavior and development, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I'm writing these notes down. Because I'm trying to be a responsible storyteller. Okay. So, you now have more information compounded onto what is already causing brief panic attacks. Attempted hackers, a science teacher working for Krafta. You still have no idea where Astrid has come from.
Man, remember when stuff like this was in like storybooks and movies?
I do.
Not exclusively.
That was last week.
And now it's like 3 blocks down the street.
Okay. What is our plan?
Well, I may have gotten some lab coats.
You got a lab coat. You said you
I
wanted
may have
one.
gotten a lab coat.
Okay.
Well, we're not small enough to pull off the 3 people in a lab coat thing, so that's
No.
off the table.
We also would need a trench coat for that. I'm sure I might be able to find like a lab coat in my mom's old stuff. She's a scientist.
Cool.
For sneaking into we're sneaking. Okay.
She wants to sneak back in.
This is such a bad idea, but there's
There's so few ideas.
so few ideas and there's so many stolen children.
What else am I gonna do?
No,
Oh,
I
I-
get it.
Yeah,
So
did-
many stolen children.
like, you know it's bad, and then you see the list, and you're like, oh, it's a lot worse than we thought.
Yeah,
Could-
they have a stack of papers here. Well, it's not really a stack; it's more of a pile.
Not only that, but if Krafta is ingrained in this school, they have spotters.
Which means
Yeah.
until we know otherwise, can't trust any teacher, principal, nothing here.
I'm also worried about, our alien friend.
She's right here.
I know. I'm worried about her. Like, what if one of them recognizes her? Or is told about her?
Well, she says she's not going back.
Yeah, I don't have any intention of going back.
Yeah, of course. But like, I'm worried about like if someone recognizes you and like takes you back. Like someone who works at the school.
My recommendation is get her set up as an exchange student, so people know who she is. So it makes it hard for someone to take her.
BB, have
Or if
you
you have other ideas.
did you make did he get a chance to make that stuff?
He hasn't made anything yet.
Yeah, when he went, while you were looking that up, he was looking up what the forms look like and everything, so he could make it at home with his computer.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I know, Ashley, you want to go back, but can you wait a day? A day, so we can get Astrid safe.
One day.
Okay, thank you very much.
You have 7 hours.
Okay. Let's continue our school day as normal. That sounds terrible. But we have math. And I have gym in the last period. Not looking forward to it.
Does anybody else have gym?
Oh god, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna have BBF for it, like home ec, basically.
Alright, so BB has home ec. does Ashley have for her?
I'll be
last
making
one?
cinnamon rolls, y'all.
Ooh, cinnamon rolls.
Um. Let's say. Oh man, this makes it hard to flip. Let's say. Heads, Jim, tails, Comac. Ah. Jim.
All right. So BB goes off to do some home ec, and the three girls head to gym class, and we see our teen girls in their shorts and their gym shirts, and somehow Astrid has a fresh pair, and they've got the socks pulled all the way up and the tennis shoes, and this is a dodgeball day because it's the 90s and kids were allowed to play dodgeball.
I was going to play dodgeball.
Before it was
yeah,
dangerous.
Before it was too dangerous. Yeah, it might have been a time where there was still some dodgeball.
2013.
2013.
We just didn't have the giant rubber balls. We had like foam ones.
Oh, okay.
That's not.
Oh god, I was gonna say that's not dodgeball. That's a polite game. You
Hey.
didn't try to survive the war field if some asshole
I
chucking
did
it at
take
90
a
miles
basketball
per
to the
hour.
face once. If that makes you all feel better, I guess.
I mean, look, you understand the pain. Wait till you get a stick ball to the face because some kid cracked it right into you.
I don't know what stickball is.
Like those
Okay.
really hard rubber balls that you would throw against the wall.
Back
Well,
in
kids would run
Montana,
out and throw them out like in the street, and you'd play like baseball with it, just like a broomstick. And I caught one of those balls right in the face after I threw it at the kid.
we
I did take
played
not a baseball, essentially a soft baseball to the eye. I
Oh,
lost depth perception for about 20 minutes.
oof.
That was fun. Anyways, what are we rolling?
Any hoodle.
Right.
Yeah, this is a dodgeball day. So if I could get a move body or I'll give it one of the two options. Move body if you want to be playing defensively, or a force body if you want to be playing offensively.
I got one success for move because I'm terrible at moving my body, but I have a +2 to move
All right.
because I don't want to die again.
So I have successes from both of you. So this is very much a cut and dry dodgeball game. Your team is gonna win because the two of you succeeded, but neither of you get pegged out. I imagine Signa is very much doing the dip dive ducks, and Ashley's playing defensively in the sense that she's catching balls or bouncing them away to protect other people. But as you all are playing, a ball comes flying towards Signa, and Astrid, from out of nowhere, is suddenly in front of Signa, and she catches the ball, and she does one of those like quick twirl of the arm, and she underhands, and it's like just a rifle shot. It flies out and it hits the jock that had thrown it, and he gets knocked back a couple feet and off his feet and hits the ground. And she kind of looks over and she's like, "Are you okay?"
To steal a joke from Kulu Karol, Signa is aroused.
Mhm.
She goes, "Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah."
And she smiles and
Yeah.
she's just like, we play dodgeball in Vancouver all the time.
Apparently.
Yeah, no
So
biggie.
yeah. Okay. Okay. She's going back to dodging.
Yep. And the two of you continue being very defensive, and whenever there's an opportunity, Astrid has the ball. Every shot is a precision shot that knocks another kid out, and before long your team is victorious, and everybody's like, "Woo, Astrid!" and "Woo, Ashley, you guys are great!" and "Woo, Signa, you didn't get hit or knocked out this time."
You participated.
I did pretty good.
I'm just walking away, and I'm like, better luck next time, Tamara.
And he's putting Tamara on blast like that. Yeah,
And I leave.
I give her a wink though.
And yeah, Tamara's on the losing side, and Sam and Max were paired off on the other team as well, and they don't tackle or anything because they're bandmates, but yeah, it's very much, it cuts to the locker room scene. It's of course again from the shoulders up as everybody's changing and talking and gossiping, and you know, everybody's like, wow, the new girl's really great, she's so cool, and you know, she throws the dodgeball really well, and wow, she's hanging out with Ashley and Astrid, wow, they're pretty cool too now, and you know, it's just the locker room gossip.
Cool. What's happening? Lots happening, Ash.
What?
Lots happening today. Am I cool now? What the fuck's happening? I don't want to be cool. It's
Signa,
stressful.
Signa,
Yeah?
you've always been cool.
You know what I mean? Like cool to the peasants. That's mean. But the peasants.
You're talking about popular. Yes, you're popular.
Sure. What? I don't want that. That seems tiresome and like hard.
I don't think we're popular.
You're the new hot girl. You're popular.
Oh. Am I hot, Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh, well, alright then. It might be because it's Astrid's clothes.
You're
Okay,
Astrid.
couple.
Sorry.
I'm Signa.
Damn it, Signa.
Yep, I was.
Gave her a Swedish name.
I did because she's Swedish.
No, it's fine. It just means that I have to remember that there are two people with Swedish names.
They're not even similar, Signa and Astrid.
Listen, they're still both Swedish.
Whatever. I'm gonna put you
No,
on
it's
blast.
fine. It just means I just need to not forget. It's all right.
I'm gonna make fun of you in the Discord
That's fine.
channel.
It can happen. Every time I mess up, make fun of it because it will keep happening otherwise. But yeah, she says it must be because it's Signa's clothes. I mean, it's Astrid's clothes now, but
Yeah.
she was trying to say it was Signa's clothes.
Okay. I'm a weird scrapyard person. I don't have nice. It's fine. You look lovely. Okay.
And you're like,
Okay.
I don't have nice things. And then she does that moment where she just kind of like poses in your clothes, and she's like, I don't know, these are pretty nice.
Just bright red. Yep. I have. I'll go find BB, and I'm gonna. She's going to leave.
Ash, you find yourself standing in the locker with Astrid now as Signa leaves. Well, that is strange. Is she always like that?
What do you think of her?
Well, she let me out, so I'm grateful. And she tried to attack me with a broom, so I think that she's at least capable of protecting herself. And she let me borrow her clothes, which makes her nice.
Hang on. What is... I have to find what is... Because I don't know if Ashley... I want to figure out if Ashley would have figured it out yet. Whatever. Empathize. That's what I'm doing. I'd like to make an empathize roll.
Alright, empathize mind. What is her weak spot? Can you hit her right in the throat and she'll die?
What?
Alright, so with a success, you get 2 questions. What is her weak spot? How can I make her do something? What does she feel? What does she want? What will she do? Is she lying to me?
I want to know... How does Astrid feel about Signa?
You get the feeling as she's very much trying to answer your question by not answering your question, that she showed up at, or she stayed at Cigna's place for a reason. There might be something there. There might be a reason she is staying around Cigna.
So... And my second question would be, if I am allowed, how does Astrid feel about, or how does Cigna feel about Astrid?
Nope, she's not there. You can't get a read on her. Plus, it only applies to one person.
Well, bummer. I guess then... Oh gosh, I don't know. Can I bank it?
No, but you can forego a second question.
I probably have to forego it because I can't think of anything else.
Alrighty.
Wait a minute. Wait. No, never mind.
Okay. Alrighty. So
I probably just say, I actually wouldn't know yet because I can't do it on her, but I'd probably be like, I think you two would get along
we do get
real
along.
well for a long time.
Oh, well, I consider her my friend. I've only known her for a day, but she is really nice and she continues to let me wear her clothes. She does get a bit weird whenever we're alone, though. Is that normal?
When you're alone? Just the two of you?
Well, yes, we were alone this morning. She took me into her room and I changed into what I'm wearing now, and she got weird.
Weird how?
Well, she acted very flustered and embarrassed that I was changing, and I don't know, she wasn't acting that way in here, so I don't know. I mean, she was, but not to the degree.
You two make a good couple.
Oh. And she just kind of pauses, and at the, you two make a good couple. BB, you've been making cinnamon rolls.
Yes, and Orange Julius, because that's literally what I actually learned in home ec back in the day.
I didn't know Orange Julius was an actual thing. I just thought it was a fast food chain.
Oh yeah, it's you take like orange juice concentrate, you take vanilla, you take some ice cubes and a little bit of sugar and some couple of things, and you blend it up into a smoothie.
See, I only thought that was a place at a food court, so now I know something, and I want to make it because that sounds delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, we have orange juice and vanilla ice cream, so maybe. Oh, you don't have a blender. Shit. Okay, never mind.
You can just take a fork and go ham.
Just beat the hell out of it.
Just fuck that shit up for about
Well,
5 minutes.
the ice is there. The ice is there because you need, like the harder texture. Because usually you use like vanilla extract and ice. So like, no, you could just use vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, but I would still have to just beat it mercilessly for 10 minutes. Phrasing. But yeah, you've made some Orange Julius and cinnamon rolls, and you're working in there, and I was gonna say Tamara's there, but I can't because somebody put her in the dodgeball.
Yep.
So in this case, do we have any other named?
We have the two stoner boys I love.
No, the two stoner boys were on the other team too. BB, who is your home ec partner?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You name and just like a brief description of them, or if you want, like, what is their school archetype, you could just be like
Goth kid.
Goth kid.
They're the big like nerd who dresses all in black, and the goth kid are the ones that make the best stuff in home.
Yeah. All right. So, what's their name and pronouns?
The Rachel, she, her.
Rachel. That is such a goth girl name too. All right.
Oh, I totally didn't have like 6 of them in class when I was growing.
Definitely did. So yeah, Rachel is very much the goth girl. What immediately comes to my mind is like a humanized version of Bee from Night in the Woods, where it's just the black dress, dark greenish black makeup, heavy eyeliner. Looks like they probably sneak out and smoke after school hours. But it very much has the I don't give a shit attitude, but is surprisingly good at giving a shit when it actually comes to getting work done. And so they don't do the legwork, but they make sure that it's a material when you guys pull the stuff out. And she's just like, wow, you don't actually suck at this.
Oh no, I had to learn to do a lot of this myself. Parents were always out when I was a lot younger.
Cool.
You're pretty good yourself, better than all those other people. And he's like motioning where half of them can't even, like, either their cinnamon rolls are all burnt up or they're blended and spitting stuff out.
Fire.
Those fools.
You fools. Yeah, and so she's just like, yeah, hey, that's cool, but your foreign friend is staring at us through the door window, and she gestures, and there's Signa face pressed up against the door window, looking panicked as always.
It's that shot of, like, you know, she's pointing at the window, and then you see like his head from behind her head looking at, like, wait, what? Oh crap! Thanks, and they'll take his oven mitts off because he's just set down his tray of cinnamon rolls and runs over to the door.
Because he likes safety. Oh,
Exactly. Practice safety, kids. Don't burn your hands on hot trays. It's the worst thing ever.
It is.
Hands from cooking.
Yeah, Shay injured herself several times while cooking. I, however, made a pie and didn't inflict any injuries on myself.
It's hard.
If you work in kitchens long enough, you'll notice everyone has burn scars right here.
Oh, I do.
I
do have burn scars. I just didn't hurt myself today.
Yeah.
I had bad luck yesterday.
Yeah,
It
really
was-
bad luck.
I worked at a McDonald's when I was a kid. I got a bunch of grease burns.
Oven cleaning, fun.
Yep. Someone will be like, "Need to talk."
And he's still got his like apron on. He's like, I'll be right back. Teacher, you know, he's like, okay, Miss blah blah blah, and he just runs.
Good old blah blah blah.
Can't
It's near
remember
the end
your
of the
name. I
day.
gotta
It's near
go.
the end of the day.
I'll be right back.
Yep. So you head out into the hall where Signa is standing.
Okay, I
up?
panicked.
What happened?
I don't know, but I panicked. And I don't panic. I panic less around you than I do Astrid and Ashley, apparently. I don't know what that means. But
And he's just like, no comment, but go ahead.
I want to do an empathize.
All right. Please, you can empathize roll.
I got
One
one.
success. So you have 2 questions that you can ask as well.
Cool.
What is their weak spot? How can I make them do something? What do they feel? What do they want? What will they do? Are they lying to you?
I'm gonna say, what do I get? Like, what do they feel about what I just said? And are they lying to me about something?
All right.
I'm like childish because he knows what's going on. He's that almost childish smugness of like you're like the only one that doesn't know, and he is not lying. He knows. He's just not commenting on it.
Yeah, and so you that's pretty much what it amounts to. It's obvious that he knows something, and he knows that you are not getting it, and that's kind of where that sentiment comes from when you look at him. He knows something, and it's something that is not clicking in your head, and it's very clear that he's not going to spell it out for you unless you ask him directly.
And she wouldn't ask him directly.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just going to stare daggers at him and be like, I need to go to your house today.
Okay.
I need the papers for Astrid.
Yeah, that's no problem. I figured I'd work on that as soon as I got home after Sam.
Yeah, I seen that too. Again, I just panicked and I ran out of the change room. The cinnamon rolls smell nice, by the way.
No,
Yeah,
thanks.
he smells of fresh baked cinnamon rolls. It's heavenly.
I'm gonna make this all class. I already had the first batch done. They were great. I had to make this 4 more times. This is ridiculous.
Huh.
If you want any, I'll be taking them all home.
Oh,
so-
absolutely. I'm going to take some, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna wave to Rachel.
And she just kind of looks up and she gives you just a like.
Well, she seems nice.
Just as good as it is as I am.
Well, again, I am here for no reason in particular. I literally ran away from a social situation again. I
Well,
have
I
nothing
mean-
else.
He's like, it could be worse. It's fine.
Also, I think we're cool now. I think I'm cool now. Or popular, which is apparently a distinction.
What did you do? Like, get caught smoking pot or something?
No. No,
'Cause
no,
that's
no.
that's apparently what
I-
makes people cool, and I don't know. I'm a nerd. What do I know about cool?
What do I know about?
Cigna's convinced. I don't know. Maybe I felt this wrong, but Cigna's convinced
I'm
that
just,
baby does smoke weed.
just kind of hot. What do I know about cool?
Yeah.
Look, a haircut, some clothing changes, everything's fine.
She's gonna look at him and say, apparently Astrid's cool or popular, according to, which is apparently something different, according to Ashley. And since we're her friends, we're cool or popular.
Well, at least you all are. I wasn't there for whatever happened, so I'm
Hey, I
probably
don't wanna
not
be-
in the
I don't
cool
wanna be
club.
popular. Sounds tiresome. I don't hang out with Tamara. Tamara sucks.
Oh god, yeah, incredibly boring. Like, you know how fake
Yeah.
how like all of her friends are? It's terrible.
I've never spoken to them.
Oh, you don't have to speak to them. You can hear them during lunch. They are talking about
for-
nothing but themselves.
Whenever I pass by, they make fun of my clothes, so I tune them out.
It's okay. What were you doing when all
They
this
also call me
cool stuff
German.
happened?
I go on.
German?
Yeah, I'm Swedish. Doesn't even sound the same.
No, like for one thing, German sounds like angry. Like you could say, like, "Hey, have a great day," and it sounds like you're cussing their family out.
Yeah, I speak a little German. I know how it sounds, but I'm not. I don't speak German.
Hmm.
Well, it's Swedish. She keeps calling me German. Her friends call me German. They call me Nazi a lot, which is fun because was Sweden
German.
with the Nazis? I think it was.
I don't know.
Was it neutral? I don't know.
I know
No,
we're
so-
getting to that part in history class this year,
We
but
are
I
getting
don't
part
know.
of that history class. Assuming we'll probably know.
Well, what were you doing when the cool thing happened?
You're playing dodgeball.
I take it someone caught a lot of balls or like got a lot of people out.
No, she was just fucking cool. She kept throwing shit. What are Ashley's band mates' names?
Sam and Max.
Sam and Max. She did hit Max in the balls.
That's
It's kind of funny. I felt bad. Max is nice, you know.
I mean, he's nice, but it's funny whenever anyone gets hit in the balls.
I mean, it's a nut shot is objectively funny. But yeah, she's just cool and pretty and tall. And her eyes, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so apparently
But you don't know why you're here?
No,
He's kind of got like the smile is a lot more just like
I don't know what
genuine.
this means. I want you to speak to me as a person, okay?
He's like, oh, my sweet summer child, even though they're literally the same age.
Yeah.
You panicked with them and not me because they're girls and I'm not.
Why would I?
You'll
Stupid.
get it. He's just like handles her like,
You're
you'll
stupid.
get it.
She's gonna leave.
I'll bring the cinnamon rolls.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And he waits till she's gone before he does the thing where like opens the door, kind of like walks back into the room, almost trips on himself like an idiot, and goes back to his table.
Rachel just kind of looks at you and is like, "Wow, you two have some chemistry."
He just kind of smirks and goes, I don't know if I'm her type.
Oh, well, it is
You
your type.
might be. He's like, you might be her type. I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
And she kind of pauses and she's like, "Nah, not into girls."
That's fair enough. Because I know who is.
Fucking.
She just kind of laughs too. He's like, "Huh."
Oh God.
And he looks back. God, they've burned that tray 3 times now. They're not going to have an oven to cook anymore.
I like that Rachel's laugh is just completely monotone, but it's like I am amused.
Yeah.
I
You
just
have
can't
made
put
me-
any effort into this.
You have made me
Life is
chuckle
effort.
a little bit more, and I might actually laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out by my moped because I think I'm Astrid's ride home.
Yeah, so the day wraps up, and the bell rings for you all to head out. And do you all meet up, or do you each just go home individually?
I think we should meet.
I'm probably outside, just like with drumsticks in a can, and I'm probably passing some tunes around between me, Sam, and Max while Astrid waits for. While me and Astrid wait for everyone.
BB kind of like wanders up with a little bit larger looking backpack as he's nodding his head to the music.
Hi.
Cinnamon roll?
Cinnamon.
I have like 50 of them, please. I have to offload these.
Sure, why not?
You take out a bag. There's like 4 or 5 of them in each bag. There you go. You can pass them around, have them, whatever.
Yeah, I pass
I only.
them to Sam and Max.
It's like I only have 10 more of these, so don't worry.
Signa
Well, I
will
have-
walk up.
7.
Just shoveling out some. Eat them, please.
Hey, I was promised some of those.
And he's got like 3 bags taped together just for you.
Oh, you're a saint. Is Rachel here too?
No. That was my voice.
Oh god, we're being haunted by the goth girl. Run!
God damn it, not again.
I'll have to move to another country.
Maybe Denmark. Signa will walk up and be like, hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
You alright, Signa?
Yeah, I'm fine. I talked with BB. He's stupid, I found out.
You left in a real hurry. Is everything alright?
Yeah. Yes, everything's fine. He has a stupid theory about why I panicked. It doesn't matter.
He just nods quietly. He's got like a half cinnamon run in his mouth, eating it already. Like,
Well, I don't know what your plan is, Ashley, but I have to head out with Astrid and BB to get the fake stuff. Oh, look at Sam and Max.
What? What are you looking at? Got something on your face?
As a non-native English speaker, I'm going to correct you. It's doing something on my face. I'm looking at you.
No. If you was a guy, the something on your face would be my fist, but you're a girl, so I can't hit you.
How chivalrous.
I do what I best.
It's not how feminism
Shut
works.
up, I know what I said.
I just violence is never.
He's actually really nice.
Violence is never just like the thing you. Know what? Why am I explaining this to you? It doesn't matter. Punch whoever you want. I'm not your dad.
No, you'd be my mom's. And that's weird because you're like a year younger than me.
You're profoundly stupid yet likable.
I have been told I'm quite profound from time to time.
I'd believe it.
Anyways, BB, I don't know how you're getting home because I have to take Ashley back, Astrid, and I can fit one person on the moped.
No, it's
Legally.
fine. The city bus drops off like literally at the corner of where my house is, of the
Oh,
apartment.
that's fine. That's nice. Ashley, do you want to go to BB's house? Can I invite someone to your house? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't care. Sam's gonna be working tonight, so.
BB's house. We have to go get the thing.
Get all the information done up.
I mean, I was gonna start putting up flyers.
Oh,
Okay.
we'll come help you do that after.
Okay.
Sam, Max, keep being musical.
Never planned to change.
I hope not. You guys are great.
Yeah, I do genuinely enjoy your company.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, we're gonna do that, I guess.
It sounds good.
Alright, I'll meet y'all later.
Yeah, we'll see you by your house. I don't know. We'll find you. We'll
Well, where are you
follow
gonna
the trail
start
of
putting?
fires.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you gonna start putting them up? Because we can just go from getting that information and then just go find you.
I mean, I was gonna put some around school, around the police department. Probably put them up on my way home. I'm just gonna
Okay.
do a circle, like kind of a bit of a circle going around here. I don't know why I'm pointing. I don't have a map out.
You gesture to them.
Around there, I'm taking this route. I tell them what route I'm taking.
Mhm. Okay, we'll take a look on for you around there. We'll get BB's bike. Do you have a bike? He's a bike.
Mhm.
Oh,
Cool. Alright.
cool. I
Well,
guess.
utensils,
we
let's
got-
go jam along the way.
Yeah. Ashford? How'd you get here?
Oh, I walked.
Oh, there you go. You can ride with me on my moped if you want.
Yeah, sounds great.
Cool. I have a
looks to Ashley.
spare helmet. Yeah. Oh yeah. Shay, do you want to roll the empathize?
I do!
Yeah, you want to read her mind
God
now?
damn it.
Read my mind.
You want to push?
For
That's what I got to
this?
say to you, Shay.
No. She chooses not to push this one.
Empathize. No.
Wait, you said that we reset every session, correct?
More or
Yeah.
less, yes.
Alright, sure.
She's like,
What
haha, now I
condition
can
are
push
you
like 3
taking?
times.
Come on, give us once. I asked about that.
I'm gonna say injured as I kick up my skateboard and hit my shin. Just, fuck!
Seem to kind of laugh at that.
No, I actually say, wait, hang on. I say fuck, but in Japanese.
So fuck. There is an actual word for it.
There is an actual word for it.
Alright, so you give yourself a reroll.
There we
Alright, there you go. So you got 2 questions to ask him.
Same ones. How do they feel about Astrid?
I feel like it's fairly
Yes,
obvious.
it's obvious. This is just confirmation.
Sure, it's. I will say, that you get the feeling that she doesn't really know how she feels about Astrid, but there's definitely a draw towards her. And then what was the other question? I don't remember.
The other one, I didn't have one for Astrid, but I think for this question, what will they do when I choose to go back to the loop?
We'll try to stop you from doing that, but we'll probably go along.
You get the feeling, because she's your friend, she will do the obvious. Try to stop you, but then eventually go along anyways.
Okay.
You get the confirmation, you can at least count on them.
Yeah, but I just kind of like limp away, throw my skateboard down, and hop on, and just say, "Nobody saw that."
Everybody saw it.
Saw what?
I saw it.
You just clam jammed yourself. It's fine.
That's
I tried.
embarrassing.
No clam jamming it. She hit herself in the shin.
I mean, yeah, sure, that's what you saw.
I'm gonna gaslight you now.
It's the
Oh, yeah.
90s. Gaslight
I'm
ain't a
already-
thing yet.
I'm already a vulnerable, mentally ill teenager. Why not?
It's the 90s.
Push
You
it,
don't have
push
gaslighting yet. Anyways.
Get on my moped with my little helmet and pass one to Astrid.
Yep, and you get on the moped, and I think our scene here is going to end a little bit early because I don't want to get us into any real dramas with 20 minutes left. But the scene ends with BB and Ashley going off to start passing out the flyers, and Signa gets into the front of the scooter, and Astrid gets right in behind her. And there is, of course, the moment where the music starts playing and her arms wrap around Signa's waist to hold on as the scooter engine revs, and you just see that Signa is bright red as they speed off away from the school.
A little too fast.
Yeah, there's the involuntary acceleration before she gets it back under control.
She has to like tighten her grip and reach around like this.
Yep. But
Just various squeaks and vaguely Swedish.
Yep. And so that's where we'll wrap up just a little bit early because,
Fair enough.
like I said, I don't want to get us into any major trouble with 20 minutes left. So thank you everybody for watching. I was super excited all week to keep playing this because I had been sitting on that last revelation of what happened.
I'm gonna make out with this weird Terminator girl. It's gonna be wonderful.
She's
Yeah.
not a Terminator.
She seemed a little Terminator to me.
She was a test tube baby. Leave her alone.
It's fine. Terminator's gonna be hot. We all watched Sarah Connor.
I was gonna say there
Connor
was like
Chronicles.
the what third movie where they tried to make the hot Terminator and it didn't work.
I don't remember the third. I've watched all of them. I don't remember the third.
So
Yeah.
movie.
after the second one, they really are forgettable. The newest one, while we're still on the air, if you haven't seen the newest Terminator, that one's actually really good because it's basically a reboot of the first one. Like I know they've done like a couple reboots, but
Yeah.
basically it's the it's been done before. and I
Yeah.
will criticize this
I
decision.
watched Terminator Genesis. I remember that.
Yeah, no, Terminator Genesis was hot garbage. But this one, the trope of it where it's like we take what was already established and make it girls. They do that in this one, but they execute it well. Because a lot of times they do it as just like a cash grab, and they shot for shot remake it, and they don't do something different with it.
Yeah.
Or they use it as a cheap cash grab, and there's no substance behind it, like in the Ghostbuster movie, where it was just like, look at them, they're girls, and that's all we've got. This one, they do a retelling of like the first and second one, but they change stuff just enough that it's like, it is very much the Terminator 2 happened, and everything else, like the other movies, don't exist, because it's alternate timeline where, yeah, you stopped the first Terminator, but there was another Terminator. Like, it's like we sent a bunch of Terminators to make sure that this happened. So when John Connor and Sarah Connor get to Mexico and they're like happy, like, it's not a spoiler because it happens in the first like 5 minutes.
No, I've seen the clip. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like a Terminator basically shotgun blasts John Connor and he dies. But because they stopped Judgment Day, for whatever reason, that Terminator didn't cease to exist, but he dies. But no apocalypse happens. So the world moves on with its life. And instead of it being Skynet, something else takes Skynet's place, and that's what ends up causing a new Judgment Day, however long. And the new thing is, it's like, do you care if there's spoilers? Because
I've found out in my life that I do not give two shits about spoilers.
Okay.
Spoil it away. Anyone in chat who has never seen the movie.
Just give that warning.
Yeah, this is going to be spoilers but it's still a good movie, and it's still worth a watch, because
welcome to our movie podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Our end of stream movie podcast will be the last 15 minutes here. But you go into the movie basically on the premise of like, oh, this girl in Mexico, she's the new John Connor, and the girl they send back in time is supposed to be Arnold. And it's like, no, the girl who's sent back in time, she's not a robot. She's a human, but she's a modified, human. So she's like a cyborg. She's modified up with new technology, because she's not the Terminator. She's the girl Kyle Reese. She replaces Kyle Reese, but she's modified enough to be able to fight Terminators on their level. And you're like, oh, okay, so the girl is supposed to be John Connor. And it's like, no, she's not John, or she's not, no, they hype her up to be Sarah Connor, going back, because it's like, oh, you're Kyle Reese, so we gotta, you're here, you're gonna give birth to the savior of mankind. Like, Sarah Connor is in it, and she's like, you're me. I've been through this before. I'm going to be your mentor and prepare you for what's going to happen. The twist is you find out that the girl is not supposed to be new Sarah Connor. She's John, essentially. She becomes the savior of mankind. And she's like, oh shit, I've been treating you, like you're me this whole time, and not understanding that you're, what John was supposed to be. And there's all kinds of other revelations and stuff. But the two of them the two ladies had some big girl crush energy going on too, and I was all for it.
Yeah, I remember, because my other Twitter account, I follow a bunch of gay artists and a bunch of lesbian gay artists.
They were all
lesbian
for
artists. And oh, absolutely, it was very horny.
Yeah. For
a very long time, and it got to a point where I'm just like, all right, man, I'm not horny. Like,
and it's like, it's very much, they had real chemistry, and it's a hard thing to do in movies, where it's like, they should just be in love with each other because they're the two hot actors, Yeah. But this was, they had genuine reactions to each other.
It's the 50 Shades of Grey thing, where the two people in that movie fucking hate each other, and it's obvious.
Yeah, and then for some reason,
we're just
and it's also a terrible movie.
Yeah. But yeah, and
50
as
Shades
the
of Grey is a terrible movie. Nobody ever
Terrible
see
book.
It.
Don't read
It's
it.
a bad
It's
book
really
too.
terrible
really
book, terrible
bad.
movie, everything.
It does. They do not know anything
really
about
bad
the BDSM
BDSM.
community
No.
at all.
Yeah,
BDSM
they do not.
people are the nicest people you ever meet.
Yeah. Turns out they're just people.
They're just people.
Fucking who would have guessed that they're just a person who likes a different
Well,
sex thing.
it's weird
They are
because the book.
so thoughtful though because they have to be.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
for sure.
because the book and the movie don't teach you the main thing about BDSM: consent.
Yeah, don't do fuck stuff in public,
Yeah,
man.
it's all about everybody has to be cool with it. Everybody's got to be great with it because it will fall apart if not.
And
remember,
abuse doesn't lead to kink. It's a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
and
Welcome to
remember,
our
aftercare is
sexual
important,
health
everyone.
podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Consent and aftercare, the two
Then
foundations.
aftercare. Yeah, it's so important,
And
everyone.
rope.
Hey,
And
chat. If you're tying someone up to have sex with them, make sure they're okay with it, and that you make sure they're okay afterwards. Just check in, get them a glass of water, make sure they're not.
Yeah, if not,
Things
there's
get
another
out of
word
line
for that
again.
kind of thing, and it's not
Mhm.
kink fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember your
just-
safe words.
Remember your
Remember
safe
safe
words.
word.
On that
Respect
note,
safe word.
this was a game about high school students.
Yeah,
Remember
we're
your
high school
safe
students. We
word.
can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah,
We're
it's
adults.
true. We're adults. It's true. But yeah, check out the Terminator movie. It was really good. If you haven't gone to your local S&M club or gathering, I still recommend not doing it because it's 2020. What's wrong with you? Social distance. Wear your mask.
Yeah.
Um,
We're getting a vaccine pretty soon. Wait till then, and then get your freak on, people.
well,
Get your freak on later.
I keep making this joke, and I've only had 2 people laugh at it, so I'm going to try it here and see if it works.
Pre up the laugh, everybody.
The vaccine is getting distributed to England first. So in 28 days, we'll know if it works.
No, God dang it, no.
Thank you!
I'm like the mo in like 28 days. No, I've seen all those movies.
Oh, it's like my dad was the only other person who laughed. It's like I dropped that joke with Shay's folks tonight, and they were just like,
I don't think
Yeah.
I heard it.
they
But
were just like, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. And it's like, oh no, it's like you people like movies. But yes, that was a 28 Days Later joke.
that was a
if
bad
we,
movie too.
If we have a zombie outbreak, we'll know it's England's fault.
Like as far as zombie movies go, that one wasn't great.
Mm.
A lot of the movies, it's very hard to do good zombie movies. I think it's good to make. It's easy to make like a mess zombie movie, which
It
can be
was-
fun.
It was
But it's hard to
one of
make a good
those-
one.
It was one of those movies that wasn't about the zombies themselves.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what makes.
It's
that's
about
what
how
makes
stupid
zombie
people can be with zombies in the background.
That's what makes zombie movies good. Zombies are never the real monster. It's
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the people in them.
That's why The Walking Dead.
The
works
original
so well.
Dawn of the Dead is excellent. Like it's about like capitalism and shit, and like
I mean,
over consumerism
There's that, but it was also
and gay subtext. A lot of gay subtext in that movie.
I mean, there's
which-
that, but there were also a lot of plot holes that I was picking up in those movies.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you can
Always.
tell.
And there's like
The
a
new
certain
one.
number of plot holes you can have before I start to go.
Also,
I'm a
gonna-
very stupid movie watcher, so I don't pay attention to plot holes.
I'm
but
gonna
also
make
means
one
I have
more.
terrible
I'm
taste
gonna
in
make
movies.
one more bad dad joke before the context of it slips away.
Oh, okay.
Who untied them long enough to send out a text message? Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm too old for this world. I swear to God. I have a friend who genuinely hates that I tell like dad joke puns. He's like, they're so annoying. I'm like, I'm almost 40. What do you expect, man? I have to take that role on.
All right.
I've been training my life for this.
I think that one went over my head.
So he said there was a lot of gay subtext. So the joke was, who untied them long enough to send out a message?
To send the text.
Oh!
There
I just
is,
always like the
Alright,
first
alright,
time.
in the original Dawn of the Dead. The new Dawn of the Dead sucks by
Oh, it's awful.
by
Oh,
what's his
yeah.
face?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna